Lao White Jockey here. Welcome back to the channel. And yep, we got another festival event for Barcode Taisen Bardigun. I'll talk about the event after the battle. But before that, I just want to show a quick photo again of this awesome looking player's guide. I haven't done a review on it. I will do a review. The graphics and the design of it, I think, are really cool. Very, very 1998. I think when it came out, or 1999. So cool, awesome. Well, anyways, let's get into the event. That went pretty quick. Not too much for that battle. My baroids are pretty powerful at the moment, and I'll talk about that later on in this video. But for now, let's take a look at the celebration that triggered the event. It is called Setsubun, the Setsubun Festival. It's February the 3rd. It is a lunar festival, so it might vary every year. It might not fall on the 3rd. But at the time of recording in 2025, it was February the 3rd. So if you play this game, it might not be that date. Could be maybe the 4th or the 2nd or something like that. Now, Setsubun marks the end of winter and the beginning of spring. In fact, the word means seasonal division. And in Chinese, because that's how I look at all these Japanese games, I look at it because I study Chinese. The word is jie, which means festival, and fen, which means separate. Now, jie can also mean season in Chinese as well, so just to make note of that. So what do you do on this day? Well, apparently on this day, people participate in various traditions to drive away evil spirits and welcome good fortune. And how do they do that? Well, one of the most well-known customs is called mamemake, which people celebrate by throwing roasted soybeans either out the door or at a family member dressed up as an oni, or a demon. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. The creature that we battled was kind of demon-like. We'll look at that in a bit. Now, when you're throwing the beans, you are supposed to shout out, Oni wa soto, fuki wa uchi, which means demons out, fortune in. And then apparently afterwards, you got to pick up the beans, and you need to eat the amount of beans that correspond with your age. So there's that as well. And I'm guessing they probably are going to wash them if they threw them outside on the ground. That would be my guess. Now, the Chinese, for the saying that they use, I can see it clearly in the Chinese. It's kind of cool, actually. They use the word gui, which means ghost, and they use wai, which means outside, and fu, which means luck, and nei, which means inside. Now, speaking of the word fu, at the time of recording, there was the Chinese Lunar New Year. And this year, of course, 2025 was the year of the snake. And one of the symbols of the Chinese New Year is fu, which means luck. And I like to do electronics, and I wanted to throw this out very quickly. I did this year design an electronic fu. I didn't design it. I put it together, I guess. I soldered it together. And here's a video of the fu in action with another thing that I soldered the year before for last year's Spring Festival, and that is a Chinese knot. Now, moving back to the Setsubun Festival, other things they do on this festival is they eat hand-rolled sushi while facing the lucky direction of the year. I'm not sure about that. It could be something related to, like in Chinese, they have feng shui, which is like divination and stuff like this, and that's a whole other study for a whole other video, and maybe I'll do a video on that. And if not, you can look it up. There's probably tons of videos on YouTube about feng shui. It's actually really cool if you're into Chinese culture and Chinese traditions. Also, they do demon dances, and they wear that oni mask, and they terrorize people at shrines, and something called a fire ritual. They do that as well. Now, I also put a picture up of the three creatures that were, or baroids, I got to make that straight, that were battled against. And as you can see, two of them are beans. And we're going to talk about those bean ones in a bit. This is all starting to make sense, because I've run into these beans before while battling, and I didn't realize what was going on, and now I do. It's kind of crazy as I progress through the festivals. I'm really starting to understand the Japanese culture. But let's take a look at the baroid that we did get. Now, first of all, those three baroids we battled. One was called Oniman. The other one was Omame and Omameman. Okay, but let's first take a look at Oniman. Now, Oniman is a special event baroid, of course, uses a hammer, and has diamond strength. That's the other thing that it did during the battle. At least I think it did. I don't know if it had time to do it, because it got hit pretty hard and pretty quick. Its resistance to none, weak to none. Its stats, it is high stats in attack and defense. That 100 is attack, and the 91 below it is defense. It's maxed out on its magic, that's the 73, and it is making its way slowly to its speed or its stamina, which is the 82. So you can see that. Almost has a full hit points at 240. And I believe that is the absolute maximum hit points a Baroid can have in this game, at least from what I've seen so far. I could be wrong. We'll have to see. There's still some time left and still got chapters left and stuff. So we'll see. Maybe something else will come up. Also, too, I wanted to mention what the Player's Guide says. Player's Guide says it is a new type of Baroid bred by Ojisen. Its hammer delivers a powerful blow. Now, Ojisen. Ojisen is one of the characters in Barcode Taisen Bardigun. Here's an image and info taken from the Player's Guide. He is an uncle of Reita and Koyomi. Koyomi and Reita are the characters that you choose to play in the game. I chose, Reita? But I changed his name. And sometimes, too, you'll battle Koyomi. In one of the previous videos you might have seen, I actually battled Koyomi when I was showing how the battle stuff works in this game. Now, apparently, he is also, or was a Bardigan in the past. And a Bardigan, from what I understand, is like a Pokemon Master equivalent, right? Now, the Baroid types that he likes to use, he doesn't have any in particular, right? So, but yeah, getting back to one of the skills, and I forgot to mention, that Onimen has is Diamond Strength. Now, Diamond Strength basically just doubles the attack power of your Baroid, like I said. I just wanted to mention that again if I hadn't mentioned it before. But moving right along, let's take a look at those two beans that we had in the battle. Omame and Omamemen. Okay, so the Player's Guide says, as the name applies, it's a bean. In other words, a seed of every plant type Baroid. Right. So, yes, this particular Baroid does evolve after level 2. It doesn't have any special attacks. And it can evolve into 4 other Baroids. And one of them, obviously, we have, because we also battled it today. The other 3, I might talk about in a future video. At this point in time, I'm just going to leave that a bit of a mystery, the other ones it can evolve into. But that's kind of cool. And I guess you don't know what evolves into until it evolves. So that makes a bit of a fun element to the game. But one of them that it can evolve into is called an Omeman, or Omameman. Okay, hopefully I'm saying this right. It grows arms and legs and is able to move. So basically, it's just, it now has arms and legs and can attack. And its max level is 3, and that can evolve into another Baroid. And again, I'll leave that as a mystery, right? You have to figure that out. And it also doesn't have any special attacks, right? So there you go. So those are the Baroids that my crew battled of Joanna, Kagami Mochi, and Oshishi. But I wanted to make a mention about them. I've been working with them. They're now level 4. You might have seen that. And their hit points are completely maxed out at this point in time. They can't get any more. And I still have like 90 more attempts to evolve, or not evolve them, but to get their levels up, to get them into the max level, I think, which is level 5. Their magic is pretty much maxed out. And now I'm just working on, at time of recording, just working on things like their attack and their defense and their stamina. So I'm doing all that as well. So another thing I wanted to mention in this video is I have created a new card template. Now, if you noticed, the cards read a lot better, didn't they? I've sort of figured out that if you laminate the cards, they don't read very well. So I created a new card template, and I didn't laminate them. And this is the template that I used. and I actually doubled up. I put the same barcode at the top and the bottom. So if one of them wears out, I can switch over to the other one. And then what I did to give it an easy slide or a glide across the scanner, I paper clipped it to a plastic card. And as you can see, it worked a lot better this time in this event. Also, too, there is a bit of a concern regarding doing that now that they are not laminated. I am a little worried because of the toner that's on those cards, because I use a laser printer. That toner can come off. So I'm taking extra care in cleaning the scanner. And I'm just showing another video, or not a video, but a picture here of the card that you're given when you buy the game, telling you how to maintain and take care of the scanner. It says to use air in a can, although my option is more taking it apart and cleaning it with some 99% IPA alcohol, the rubbing alcohol. And speaking of taking it apart, I want to show you that too in this video. We got a few minutes. So yeah, this is a picture of the scanner taken apart. And as you can see, that little black square thing, that is where the card will be scanned. Now there's a little groove or a slot in there, and underneath that is a metal-looking thing called a photodiode. And when you glide or you scan or whatever I guess you swipe, that's the word I'm looking for. When you swipe the card across that black square, the photodiode will read it, and there you go. And then you either get the baroid or whatever it reads it for, to feed or et cetera, right? So yeah, there you have it. So yeah, then that's it. And as you can see, I didn't fully take it apart because the circuitry is underneath that square block, because there's no need to take it that far apart. I might do it in a future video, but I just wanted to show you how it reads the barcodes. Also, too, I want to give a shout out to the Barcode Battler Museum. I used their site to create the barcodes that I need for this game. Now, the Barcode Battler Museum focuses more on the Barcode Battler, which is a great game system. And if you get a chance, you should check that out. So what is next? Well, it looks like there is another chapter event. And from the look at the list, it could be Chapter 19, or it could be Chapter 20. Who knows? It might skip again. I'm not sure. And I won't know until the event, which should be coming up pretty quick here. Well, there you have it. Another event down. A few more to go. It's moving right along. So please like and subscribe. And I will see ya in the next video.